Well, howdy. Happy New Year. We got a
Mm.
5x5. I just want to I want to tell y'all you're not going to get the regular normal Just Josh today because he's like low key, y'all. Like I don't even know who this is because he's so old and he realized that today he had to recover from his late night last night. Just saying. I'm going to warn y'all. Nothing's wrong, but he just old.
I can't be staying up like that.
I was gone before y'all, way before y'all went off, I think.
Yeah? Six
All
and
right,
a
let me see
half
who I got
hours.
in here.
Get them.
Hey D, I think Pilgrim did get in. I think I saw it yesterday. I don't know why YouTube does that. If you comment on a live before it goes, they delete it. I think like the day of or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
Pilgrim FJB. That's all we say when we see him. Hey Steve,
Absolutely.
Tiger, how are you? Yeah, Tiger. What Huckleberry said about that name. That's a big no-no on here. If that's confusion. Miss Sharon's in charge. Listen to her. She's the boss. Like I say every time I'm up here, this is her channel. I just sit in this seat. Hey, Warlord TV, good to see you. Jersey Girl, hey. Adriana, welcome. She's so sweet. I just love her. If I'm missing it, hey, Dusty. And congratulations again to my two winners yesterday, which was Down the Rabbit Hole with D, which I call her D. It took me forever because she used to be Dark Angel. Y'all got to quit changing y'all's names because I can't switch. Same thing with Pop B. He's still Pop B. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And the other winner was Dusty Country Road. Congratulations to you guys again. I am getting those things out to you. Hey, Hudson Valley. Tell them to hit that. Don't sit in here rent free. Smash that thumbs up for me.
Get it.
Hey, Tiger. I got two tigers in here. Constitutional Carpenter. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, see, you're going to have all kinds of fans now. I bet you there's going to be all kinds of black
man. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yo, he's like, man, what I do?
They see my real side come out. I don't even want to talk about
it. We got it. It doesn't matter now. We got you.
That's it. It's out there.
Hey, Farmer. Let's see. 5 minutes. Michigan. Good to see you. Jane, how are you? Kill it and grill it. Good to see you. Happy New Year to all of you guys. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. Hey, Sharon. Another Sharon. Two Sharons. I usually have a bunch of Sandys. Sandy's Sharon. I got a couple of you repeats. Hey, Yardbirds.
What up,
if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through here. I appreciate all you guys being here. Woman of Spirit. I'm so glad you're here. Sandra R. See, I'm gonna go through my Sanders. Lorf's in the house.
What up, Lorf?
Hey, Sandy. KC Smalls, how are you?
It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, I think that I don't know. I can't speak for Tribe. I think that he's gonna chop it up and he'll put it back up. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% because you have to be careful with those things because they'll hit you with silliness with like copyrights if you just play snippets of songs. So I think so. Just keep checking. He'll probably put it back. I'm not 100%, but TT1's in the house.
I don't even want to see it.
Huh?
I don't even want to see it.
Everyone to make sure you send a copy to Just Josh.
No. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
Oh, where is it? See?
Come on, bro.
He's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Hey, Colleen. Everyone. Okay, I'm sorry if I've missed you. I'm sorry. Welcome. Mm-hmm. So, 2024.
We made it.
That roller coaster year I think we've been working up to. Seems so. I kind of felt like 2023 was a lot of. We kept saying this all last year, Josh. Whenever we did stuff, we kept saying it's shifting. We're seeing all this shifting.
Yeah.
To me, I think 2023. Now that it's over and what we're going into, I think it felt like 2023 was a lot of a shifting of things. And in preparation for us all individually, not just because we're preppers, but different levels of I think we were being prepared for because of what's coming. Because what's it Tribe, he says. It's all downhill from here. It kind of does seem that once this year starts, it kind of seems like that.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. For me, it feels like 2023 was like that year was them letting us know ahead of time what's
Yep.
coming. And now like the gates, everything's been removed, and we're just kind of like in this, you know what I'm saying? We're in like this time period where things are gonna really start to happen in a real way in our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, because I mean, they have their time frames of of their own goals and agenda they have to meet,
Mhm.
and sometimes it seems like, oh, well, we got a couple years, but it goes so fast. Look how fast this year went by, and
Yeah.
everything that they want to crash, destroy, bring down, and do and implement with their new stuff, it's going to take some time, but it's going to go by. It's going to go by quick
Yeah.
because the
They have
chaos.
their game plan. And we
Oh yeah,
don't, we've got a general idea of what they want to do and how they want to deploy it. We can kind of see
hmm
how things are maneuvering and happening, but they legitimately have their own time frame. And the
yeah,
only thing we can do is respond to when they say, okay, it's time for this to pop off. Only thing we can do is respond.
yeah.
So get it together now, 2024.
Yeah, I mean, they have their playbooks and they do that predictive programming. I understand. And people say, oh, I won't watch this or do this or support. I totally get it. It's a lot I won't. And my take on like even that movie that just the Leave the World Behind, or there's a lot of different movies. There's a lot of different things they've done that they have rules they have to follow. And one of their biggest rules, they have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. And all
Yeah.
to me that is filtering through the nonsense and the Hollywood twist and okay, what are they trying to tell us? What is going on? I mean, even like now, they're not even, the whole thing's about all these bunkers being built. All these
Yeah.
billionaires building their bunkers. What is it, 11 now?
Man,
I mean, I'm sure there's
probably.
more than we know, but I think they've been coming out.
Seriously, they're letting us know they've done their part. As far as a year ago, they told us everyone should have a somewhat of a bug out bag for emergencies. They came out
Yep.
and said you should have a week or two of canned goods in your. They told us all this,
hmm
and now it's time for them to start implementing what they've been telling us. Down a rabbit hole with D. She threw up a comment. I liked it. I will not comply. I absolutely refuse to play mental gymnastics games with those people.
Yeah.
A big thing that I've talked about is having a bird's eye view. These are the
Yeah.
skills that I'm still trying to hone and work on right now. But having a bird's eye view, being above the noise,
Yeah.
you you don't want to be in the mix when the mix is happening. You don't want to be in the noise. Uh,
No.
you want to be above and always be able to see the big picture so you can evaluate and okay, no, they're doing too much. They're not doing enough. They're about to get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to. You
Well,
want to
that's
be a.
why. Oops.
Go ahead.
I think that's why. I don't know, that's what we do. We try to. You can't always be that way because there's still things as much as we prepare and we dig and try to find things out and everything. There's still some things that we're probably going to be blindsided or like, oh gosh, hit with. That's going to happen. That's life.
Yes.
Anyways, much less this type of situation. But we do try to stay 10 steps ahead. So before the masses realize, oh crap, this is what's going on, this is what's coming. I'm like, no, we're already we're already in house
Yeah.
doing what we got to do and set up and ready. That is a big thing. Hey, Katrinka, I see a bunch of you, Virginia Bushcraft. I see a lot of you coming in here. I appreciate you. Happy New Year to all
Happy
of you.
New
I
Year.
appreciate you greatly.
What's up, Jane?
And I
Hey.
think that's our biggest thing. But I do feel like a lot that 2023
Uh-huh.
was that shifting. Okay, and I'm gonna ask here in chat, what did 2023 teach you? What did you learn from that? Because that is we should always be, I'm big on knowledge is power and learning and practicing those skills, but you're and continual growth, and that has to be through that. But I feel like it was a lot of preparation, and I don't mean the preparation like we're doing the prepping. It just I
Yep.
I mean, and spiritually speaking, I think there was a lot of preparation that was going into for what's coming. That's why there was so many shifts going on.
Trust no one. Miss
Miss
Sharon.
Sharon knows what's up. Hey, that's it. That's all we got to say for today. That sums it up right there.
What up, Katrinka? Jane gave me a hard time last night. I think we went back. No, it's all love. I absolutely enjoyed you, Jane. But she let me have it. I appreciated
After I
that.
went to sleep, we were back and forth catching it. And then finally I was like, I got to go to bed. But I'm not a big, we're just not big night owls because
Uh,
we're up with the sun. We got animals to tend to and everything else.
got things to do.
Oh, let's see, Hudson. Absolutely. I speak big on my channel about different things is self-care. And we can neglect ourselves, especially when I say moms, but parents and different things. That is huge because you can't pour from an empty cup, all those type of things. You have to evaluate that and do it.
And just imagine taking care of yourself now. So that means so much right now. The preparedness, trying to be physically fit somewhat. Y'all know we're all getting older.
Right.
But even
older. Not me. You are?
Yeah.
Oh, you can tell today like what your age is.
But yeah, my knee is talking to me right now.
The therapist?
I was icing it.
Yeah.
Hey, when you called, I was like, let me get out of the bed. Yeah.
I gotta get moving.
Yeah, for real. No, but so self-care, taking care of yourself. Right now we can do the things, but I'm telling you, as we move closer and closer to probably November or troubled muddy waters, it's gonna mean so much more because you may have to carry the load for the entire family. You may have to carry the load for, you know what I'm saying, for more responsibility and bigger roles. So yes, now, man, get a routine to really start treating yourself better and taking care of yourself.
Yeah. Because the stress and physical and emotional stress that we could be put on all of us from outside sources, it'll take its toll. Adriana, I did real quick. I'm gonna hit about this. I saw that early this morning when I got about Japan. Was it like a 7.5 earthquake? I think. Don't quote me on. I think it was a 7.5 and tsunami. And they're doing evacuations to higher grounds. I'm definitely praying for them over there.
Yes.
That was just a way to.
Yellowstone was 3.3. Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't California have one this morning too? It was like a 4 or something. I don't know. Don't quote my numbers. I've been busy this morning. I haven't been on. I've been trying to make sure Josh was up on the go.
Look, I'm gonna be here. I will be here when you need me to be here. I will be here. Yeah. Yeah. Yellowstone 3.3. The Earth is the good book talks about all this stuff.
It does. It says it. That's why I tell people, I'm like, I don't care what all the books you have, they're in that book. Is all the answers, all the warnings. Here's your playbook right here. It is.
Seriously. The CMEs, the solar flares, all this stuff is picking up. Earthquakes, the weather. I think Christmas it was what, 60 something? I can go outside right now in short pants and flip flops, and it's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, so I get it. I know. Not
everything's
today,
off.
I'm looking through here. Heat thyself.
Oh man.
You're gonna look. He's never going. He's gonna be like dancing Josh. Is he? I'm telling you.
How many people saw that? That's what I'm thinking right now. Like, it's supposed to be like 5. It's supposed to be like, hey, did y'all see Josh dancing? No, I didn't see it. Everybody's like,
here, let me show you. I got a copy.
Oh yeah, I know it's gonna be bad.
It's Warlord. Okay, see, that is like a big thing I'm talking about. Like, okay, speaking into that, I'm like, there is either going to be a major, like a black swan event before election, and then we always have. Oh, here we are. 4 years later, we got the election infection. They're piping all that nonsense up again. I feel like they're going to have to do something for that because it's never going to be traditional. And people who follow me, my thoughts on what that nonsense is. But I just feel like they're going to have something. They're going to have to stir up something. And the things that they're doing to the orange guy and all this, and y'all know I'm not any whatever. But there are people who absolutely idolize that man. And the things that they're doing, and I think some of the things they're going to try to pull, even if it's complete nonsense, it's just to stir the pot.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them, like, they're just going to try to spark a civil war here. I mean.
Casey, look, and that bird's eye view, being above the noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though majority of us is still going to pick a side based on how we feel or what we want. It's human nature. even with all that, when this CW 2.0 thing really starts to pop off and gets going, you got to be above the noise. Don't just let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's kid up. Let's go do it. Let's get. You want longevity. Watch and see what happens. Give it some time. You know what I'm saying? See what's gonna work out best for you and your family. Don't just jump out there and go get in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. But see, they do create these scenarios and the stress and the fear and the division. Goodness knows, me and you've been talking about that. The division is going. They're working on that hard at all levels for division. That noise, it overtakes what we really need to be focusing on, and it becomes overwhelming. That's why so many people, I'm like, you gotta be able to turn the nonsense off. If there's something they're fueling and creating, you gotta please stop taking the bait.
Yes,
stop doing that.
That's what I was trying to say. It's perfect.
He's had a late night, guys. He's had a late night.
No, hey, you don't understand. When I'm done with this, just straight water for like 2 days. Electrolytes, I gotta recover.
He's over there drinking liquid IV.
Yeah.
Let's see what herbs I need to bounce back. What's going on?
Yeah, man.
I agree, and I think, and y'all keep throwing things down. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but I will get over here and get squirrel. So if it's something for one of us directly, please put it in all caps because it'll catch my eye. Your words.
Hey, above all else, Happy New Year.
And somebody up here said about Josh, you and I did a whole, I can't find it now. Happy New Year. Be careful out there.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what you got out there hunting.
Let's get it, Hudson.
Doing, deer jerky, sir?
Huh?
I was asking Hudson if he does deer jerky. Okay, you and I did a whole live on this. We're talking about how it does say in the Bible they're going to try to hide in caves and underground, all that stuff. We were talking about the bats and the moles and these bunkers, and I'm like, you cannot hide from God. They cannot, and it says in the Bible they would try to do that. You cannot hide from Him, and that is what they're trying to do themselves. Yeah, I've been watching. I always watch WEF. WHO, I watch all this stuff. And they did. They came out and said, this is coming. This is what's going to happen. And I think for a big kind of like black swan thing, it is going to be some major security threat that they either create and then they blame on someone else. They deflect, blame on someone else, cyber something. I think that's what the lines of what I think.
You can run, but you can't hide. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2023 was like their year of, before they could really do anything major, they told us everything. Cyber attacks. They do with cyber attacks, and the thing that irritates me about it is the simple fact that, like, it's not specific events, sort of say. It's like, be prepared for a major cyber attack, and that encompasses so many different things. So they can go in any direction they want to go into. The power grid.
Right.
Communications and anything, the monetary system.
I agree. Prepper Book Club, that is I mean, I think that it kind of puts, because people who aren't like-minded like this and kind of have their head in the sand and like, oh, I'm just not gonna think about it, I'm gonna live my life, or y'all crazy, they're the ones that are gonna be they are the ones that are gonna come unglued when everything happens. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because goodness knows we're all going to be tested in ways we've never lived through things like that as coming. But we prepare, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you prepare, and that's what's coming.
The crowds were still out there. That's what shocked me.
You're right. I'm just going to leave that.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I was like, where's my mic? Hey, and I was surprised, though, seriously, to still see the numbers of people that were still out there. I mean, which is a good thing. All right. Y'all tell me. I don't know, chat. Is it a good thing or not? When I saw all the people out there, seriously, because I could be wrong. When I saw all the people on the TV, LA and New York, Times Square, still doing the same things, holding on to the traditions of the things that we've done for years. That's what
Still
made
living
New
their
Year's.
life, not hiding. Yeah.
So, I
Well,
mean, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
You go.
No, I was talking about Times Square. Jason, the Angry Prepper, he was down there walking around last night. And didn't I say? I think it was in my Sunday chat.
Really?
I was like, Jason's so crazy. He's probably going to be down there, but he was. But he got out of there before it was too late. But he was walking around and
I
he's
need to watch
talking. Of course, I see New York City. I'm like, that's a whole different world for me.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a whole different, But I mean, so whatever you're used to. I mean, I am comfortable in my element and I'm just completely comfortable in the woods and tucked. I'm not fearful of that. And some people
Yeah.
who are always been in the city, they are probably really uncomfortable. That seems intimidating to them. Those crowds and being in somewhere like New York City, Times Square, I could not deal. But he was walking around and showed some different things. I don't think I saw anything overly exciting he was talking about going on, but he was, he went on home.
Okay.
Before the nonsense got started. I haven't heard anything go on that something major went down, which I wondered. I thought that was going to be an easy target.
Yeah.
For Times Square, but I don't know how, chaotic it got down there.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. So I really hadn't looked into, what small events may have happened or transpired, but I can tell you this, those 3-letter alphabet agencies, they are working triple overtime. I promise y'all to make sure
absolutely.
that.
They are.
Seriously, they're sweating. They're probably sweating bullets every day. Like they're probably calling the superiors, like, "Hey, we're overloaded. How do we handle all this? This is, you know what I'm saying? Right. Just to keep things for us fairly normal."
Yeah. TT1, yes, I think so.
Me too.
I'm just gonna say, but yeah.
Me too. You could probably
set
it up. You could probably set up like small amounts, kind of far out in the perimeter.
You know how that stuff works and working with it? I'm just saying. I'm not encouraging anybody. Okay,
right.
I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I don't do major big crowds like that. I just, I just don't. Wildlife stuff doesn't scare me. Two-legged creatures and big crowds like that people are very unpredictable to me. I just don't. That's just not my element.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm making sure I don't miss anything. But so we talked about the blacks. Oh, let me ask. Do y'all think that and I've heard, we've been hearing this floating around. A lot of people say, oh, they're implementing these different things and they're going to bring in ML. I don't think we're going to see that in 2024 though. Maybe closer to 2030. Hey, Aussie. My Aussie Garden Kitchen. 6 a.m. I know he gets up at crazy hours to come up here. I appreciate you. If you've never seen his channel, go check him out. I absolutely love his channel. Great guy.
Let me write
That's my Aussie person down there. Yeah, I've been following him. He's absolutely great.
Gotcha.
I'm so excited you're here. He's one of my my channels where I'm just like your comfort channel. We talk about comfort channels.
Yes.
He's just one of those channels for me.
I'm subbing
great
up.
Guy. Daz, that's what we call him. So
I'm subbing up.
But so you talked about I think there is a different go time as we were talking about for 2024 than what there was for 2023. What you laughing about? Oh, I look, I'm telling you, this is going to be the
not let me live.
Make sure that everyone always sees the replay live chat when you watch these, so you can get all of this awesomeness in there.
Hey, we had fun. At least I think we all had fun, man. I had fun. Yeah.
It was fun.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Miss Sharon. Yes, go. Oh, you're so welcome, Daz. Truly, I mean it. I think you're absolutely great.
Oh, yeah. We're in form, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is true. We do. The deer and the rabbit. In the hot months, we have. I was telling him, I was like, I worry about this. The type of snakes and spiders y'all have in Australia would freak me out. But I mean, he's over here and he had a video where the kangaroos had messed up his garden stuff.
Yeah, hey, I'm not messing with kangaroos.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm not messing with kangaroos. I've seen all the videos circulating. Nope. No. Yeah.
Wait a minute. How late was this? You were eating? after I went to sleep, you said you were like, "Hey, is Casey gone?" Chat, Casey left. I'm gonna sit here and eat after 10 o'clock.
Really?
He's fasting all day.
Yeah. But
um,
we gotta have some fun too. 2024.
absolutely. Well, yeah, we can't stop living. I
Yeah.
don't intend for us to sit there and like sit in a corner and freak out and not enjoy life. None
Yeah.
of us, no, and if you're of faith, is the big thing is like, it's still whatever your path is and your timing, nothing's going to change that or stop it. What God has set out for you, as long as you're walking with Him. He had a whole plate of ribs. At least it was protein. My God.
Man, I tore them up. And then look, and then this morning I was like, I wonder about those ribs. Went back downstairs and I left them out. Just container open. I'm like, come on, Josh. I didn't even throw them in the fridge or nothing.
That's what you get for eating late. See?
I know.
7 p.m. Sneaking around at KC. Yeah. Look, they threw you right under the bus. They were like, Casey, I'm just going to tell you, man. Look, now Dad is like, man, 6 a.m. Now he can cook. He's a chef and everything like that. I watch a lot. Seriously, go check his channel out.
Oh, well.
Yeah, check him out.
Silverback.
I see all you guys. Welcome, all of you. Silverback, Devil Dog, all of you. Let's see. I'm reading stuff. Hey, she's a wild flower. Happy New Year. Are y'all coming in here? So, okay. Some of these notes, these little scribble notes I have are from Josh, and Josh is I should have picked the day. I should have picked tomorrow to do this, but
I really am.
I didn't know he was gonna stay up so late.
I really am.
What are you taking into what's your different game plan? You got a different game plan you feel for 2024 versus 2023? Anything changing as far as perhaps mindset, physical aspects, anything? Spiritual, anything you think is different?
I mean, the spiritual is always super big. It's always super big. So I have to listen to that voice. I've got to listen to the source a little bit more. I probably listen in probably 75%. Because come on, man, really? I can't even do this. Come on, So I got to turn it up to like 85, maybe. Yeah, 85, maybe 90. I don't know. And I don't know, man. I'm going through my battle belts. Yeah. Right. I'm going through some of my battle belts right now, just like hardware type stuff. I'm going through battle belts. I'm seeing if I need what things I may need to upgrade. Just getting ready to have to do the things when it's time to do the things. That video I did where we have to kit up on 2024 in 2024. Right. I'm making sure that all that is done without a doubt. I mean, I'm solid, but
you think that it's going to come from civil unrest?
Yeah, that's my take on it.
That's okay. That's where I'm at with it.
Civil unrest will more likely come from either I'm thinking a cyber attack. It can come from me a cyber attack.
Some levels of cyber attacks are coming.
Yes, and super high gas prices. We got things coming on multiple fronts. Right. This the Red Sea, I think they're fluffing up the economy to make it look like everything's good, but in reality, gas probably should be back to $5-6 a gallon.
Yeah.
We're engaging Yemen now, so gas is gonna have to go up.
Yeah. Well, did you see this? I don't know if it was this morning, but I saw it this morning. But I don't think it was today. I think it was the last couple days. The U.S. is going to withdraw the USS Gerald Ford carrier. Yeah. It's the largest aircraft in the world. They're removing it. They're withdrawing that from the Israel shores.
Hey, what we talk about?
We said that. We've been talking about that.
Seriously? Yeah.
I mean, and keep notes on the timeline of these things going, where it's coming from. You got to be able to decipher between in the Bible. Russia, who backs that, Ezekiel 38. We've talked about that. Yeah. Read Ezekiel 38. Is it Isaiah 17 and Psalms 83?
Yeah.
Read those three and then take, kind of heed warning notes of where things are, what's going on, who's involved, who's backing it, all the little details.
Mm-hmm.
those three, what are very telling spiritually what's coming. And I think a lot of this, which drives me crazy, I say it all the time. I'm like, people are still counting on, and I think this is where people start slipping. Like, they've been in the last, 4 years, they've been, they may be into prepping or doing these things and thinking, oh my gosh, it's awful. Look at the economy, look at the society, blah, blah, blah. But now they're falling back into that trap of, oh, we're in election year. Somebody's going to come and save and fix all this. It's going to stop. I'm like, oh my God, please. Okay. Then you're going to have to fall to the wayside because I can't do anything with you. And I know that sounds ugly. I'm sorry. But I do. I think people are still holding on to that. And I'm like, what is biblically written out and playing out now? No man is going to come in and change or fix this all of a sudden. That's not going to happen. Now, it may look like it. What I say, crap rolled in sugar, right? And they say, oh, look what I'm going to do. Look what I'm going to do for you. Look what I'm the savior. Oh, I'm going to fix all this. And they'll break things down so much that people will be begging to get on the bus into those cities. Just somebody to come take care of me. Yeah. And it's the ones who haven't done any preparing, even the mental preparedness is, and people are going to fall mentally way before they would physically.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this, and y'all probably gonna get mad at me. But it's the reality of the situation. There's so many things that I think God just doesn't really care about. I could be wrong, but we care about gas prices. Gas prices.
That's that first world spoiled problems that people. Yeah, it makes our life more difficult, but the grand scheme of everything,
it probably brings us closer to Him.
Absolutely. I do. I am praying for your nephew. I have several people who have children, adult children, husbands, different things in the military.
Wow.
Things going on. We are definitely praying for him and your family.
I'm going to throw one up too. Yes.
Absolutely.
I
was a little bit, when things started really heating up and we had our fellas out there, women too, but what I mean, our fellas, our military people out there. I was like, they're kind of sitting ducks. This is kind of weird. But now, like the U.S., the Gerald Ford, they're pulling that back. Yeah. Absolutely, she's a wildflower.
Yeah. Yardbirds is killing it. No political solution to a spiritual problem.
Absolutely. Y'all write that one down. Put it on a shirt.
Hey, but we're going to go to civil war over that, though.
Of course we are.
When I say bird's eye view, stay out of the noise, I think we really will wind up in an internal conflict over politics. And I understand.
Yeah, that is what they're feeding. Then that's the timing. That's why I'm like, their timing is precise. None of this is just randomly like, oh, the timing of when this came out and things started happening with them, or they started implementing things or bringing things up. It's not.
Yeah.
I agree with that, Steve. I'm telling you, our attack's going to be from within. They've been setting out house and putting that right here. It's not going to come from overhead like in past in other countries and stuff. It's not going to come like that.
Wait, hold on. I like this one, Steve, but I need more information. The illegals will help herd folks into cities. What are we talking?
Where they want us to be. There's the 15-minute cities, and there's the rural people that they want to push into certain areas. You know how they want us herded into certain areas everywhere. Every state has their own stuff, and then that's going to be regionally, I think. But yeah, Steve, answer him.
But the illegals. So how do they? Is it because there's so many? Like, how does that push us further into the cities?
They're paying them and setting them up to do whatever they want. I think.
I got
They're bringing them in to work for them, and like if, for instance,
that makes sense.
The states that have been saying, we'll give you citizenship if you join the military. Oh, we're letting these illegals they're joining our police force. You can just be a law enforcement if you come over. They're going to use them for that because they know they're going to be gung-ho to want to do that. They don't have any attachment to us.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
It's all connected. Josh, get your pegboard out. Connect your screen. No one likes you. Oh, really?
And just the number of illegals that are here. I don't know. Maybe illegal people who've crossed the border that we don't know about. They don't even know the specific numbers, but from everybody I've talked to, they've said it in excess of probably 20 to 30 million. That's a lot.
And wasn't it more than there was 3 or 4 states or something they put. And it was like how much. It was like a number percentage how they broke it down. I can't
Seriously,
remember it now. Yeah,
prepare your heart and mind.
absolutely. And we've
Yeah,
been saying it since we've been doing this, Josh. People are going to crumble mentally and emotionally way before physically. And none of this, you could have one of these bunkers that these billionaires have, stack the rafters, you're set, never have to do anything, could stay underneath there and be. But if you are not spiritually ready and prepared and
yeah.
mentally, none of that is going to matter. None of those physical items will matter.
Casey, when the internet goes down, man, I think that's gonna be the biggest wake up call for so many people. They're gonna lose their ish when the internet goes down, and it might just
Yeah.
go down for like a day or two. When I was on Vision Preparedness channel, we talked about that, and if the internet goes down for a day, cell phones, internet, I can't work. I'm dead in the
Oh, a
water.
lot can't. Huckleberry works from home. He works remote, and
Yeah.
what he does is all online stuff.
You think it's
And
part of the plan? You think that's part of the plan? The whole
absolutely. Well, also anything to do with communication, because people are going to freak out.
Yeah.
If we can't, if me and I can't talk, and we're Florida and Texas, and went, hey, what's going on over there? Is this just local in your area of things going on? If they cut those ties down, they're going to be more vulnerable, and they're going to be uncertain and freaking out, because when things go down, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to think, oh, this is just something.
Right.
Power went out, banks went down, the phone line things are down, stuff like. They're going to think it's.
Yeah.
Because have you ever had a moment where something went down and I was like, is this it? I'll start trying
Man,
to
all the time.
I'll like get up with somebody and be like, hey, y'all good over there? Y'all got power, your power on and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey, so every person that I see on a daily basis, and it's normally between 8 to 10 people a day, right? Every person that I see, once we do our thing, I have to take out my cell phone. I've got to acquire a signature. GPS puts me at that location at that time. And guess what? If I can't get that signature, then I don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Is it me? Or is it you?
I think. Oh, well, did all of us freeze, or is it just Josh? You froze. All I heard is if you can't get that signature.
Yeah. Okay. So if I can't get that signature, then I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
You know.
And the thing is, it's going to be different about the crash, like the bank crashes, the bank runs, the bank crashes. Everything's pretty much digital now. They can flip that off in a switch. It ain't like the physical aspect of it was when it crashed back before.
Yes.
Totally different. They'll
No
turn it off
footwork.
like that.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be running to the bank and then people walking in and going. It'll be off because everything, it's like it's ATMs. It's using your card. It's doing online transfers. It's going to be completely different. If things go down, the ATM's not working.
Yeah, we're tapping in. So I can kind of see it a little bit better now. But seriously, I seriously do believe that there's going to be a major part of our population that's not really thinking about what we're talking about. I mean, it sounds common sense and logical, but they aren't thinking about that.
I think that I do, but I don't think the majority of the masses. Now, they do like us to think that there's way less of us than what there is that are like-minded in this manner.
Yes.
But as far as the masses, people are still, their focus is totally. I mean, it's totally different, and they keep them busy with things. They keep them busy, and that's why they keep throwing out these new, latest and greatest. And people are spending their money and their time and energy and focus on something else they're putting out.
Yeah,
that's just their distraction stuff. And then they, of course, we have everything. Oh my gosh, everything's picked up again. Election infection. We got this. We got this. This is mutated. This is happening. This is what it's doing. A lot of that is. How can I say this without getting smacked? A lot of that is coming up because of the time frame of when it came out until up now. There's a time frame when they said that would start having detrimental type effects. I think they're just using that for excuse. So when things start happening, they're like, "Oh, see, we said it's because this new illness."
We're reactionary. They've got everything. They've got things in the works and stuff. They've told us.
Yeah.
Seriously. But hey, look. So when I can't get paid, okay. So whenever that happens, it happens every now and then, right? I can't get signatures. I can't log in. I don't even know what I'm doing. So the first thing I'll do is I'll hit up my old lady because she uses the same software. And I'm like, hey, is it acting up for you too? And if she's like, yeah, I'm having problems, then I'm like, okay, all right, well, let me just give it a minute. I'm gonna go grab something to eat and hopefully call up the office. But I'm telling you, if that persists for 2 or 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm gonna have real issues. And that's when I think people go down to the bank. This is really how I see it unfolding, Casey. You're gonna go down to the bank, and the bank will probably have their doors closed. They'll probably be locked because if it is an internet thing, then they have no ability to access or transfer funds. And it would probably have a whole lot of people at a whole lot of the banks. It'll probably
Yeah.
be on the news. There's 700 people at showing the crowds, and I think
Yeah.
at some point that frustration from people not being able to pay bills, get food, get gas.
You start messing
They'll
with
probably
people's
start
money when they start freaking out over, hey, you're holding my money. I can't get my money. I can't pay. I need
tearing the
whatever.
doors down. They'll tear the doors down. They'll
Oh,
break into
it's
the
going to
bank
be
with enough
on.
people.
And then that's going to be the major civil unrest. And then I think they're going to bring
Yes,
us in. We have to bring this in to diffuse this situation.
yeah,
So are they going to use, ML for that? Is that going to be
that sounds
where they
feasible.
pack up the military or the illegal different ones they put into the law enforcement?
It
But
sounds feasible, and that's probably a decision.
they start messing around with that. I can't even imagine people who are us Americans and everything going through it. Once they start doing all that, there's got to be a part where they're saying, "Nah, I'm not settling this down. Y'all did this and messing with all of us." But the
Casey,
illegals are not going to feel that. And I'm not talking about all illegals. I have plenty of people I know close that I consider family
yeah,
that migrated here the correct way. But you know what I'm talking about with their border, and they're just coming in
yeah.
like soldiers. And I think they're coming in. They're getting a big offer that they're like, absolutely. That sounds like, wow, how could I turn that down? And they're just setting them up. And
Yardbirds is on it. Yardbirds is on it. Hey, I'm in DFW, bro. You talking about those cowgirls? But nah, his other comment. Yeah, that comment. So Casey, and that's how I see it unfolding. So everybody's at the banks. We're watching it on the news. Everybody's 700 people at each bank, pissed, mad, frustrated. They'll probably start to kick the doors in at some point. They'll probably try to get to their money.
yeah,
But then once they show that on the news, banks are being the floodgates open.
Yeah.
Then it's grocery stores. It's the dollar stores, the Dollar Trees. It's the mall.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It'll snowball from there because
Yes.
how when you see something stupid and people start, there's some event, something happened. Even when Katrina went through, and I'm like, y'all are about to die in a flood, and y'all sitting here looting stores and taking TVs.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to be in the water. What are y'all doing? I mean, they're carrying him over their head. But that mindset comes, and when people see this, they're going to start doing that.
Absolutely. And more people are going to see that. The people who are sitting at home they can't play with their phone or the banking app to move money around, and they're going to be like, I'm going down there too. That's what my birds are doing.
It becomes contagious, and it just feeds, and then people who are in that mindset, it's like an opportunity that it's some type of feeding stuff that they do. Yeah, Virginia Bushcraft, we don't either. And what has to be in the minimum the max what has to be in there for automatic withdrawals, different things. We don't.
Yeah.
I always say, you better keep some jingle in your pocket, and I mean, get it out.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Our yard burns. It's so fun. Yeah, but truly, I don't use anything. I don't leave anything in there. Yes, I see a ton of people coming in here. Thank you, Miss Sharon. I see a lot of people coming in here. I do see you. I appreciate you. Truly, I do.
I'm off work. That's why we're doing it early because I'm off work today. I was supposed to go see a couple people, but I was like, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Man, I gotta ice my own knee. I'm over here physical therapy myself.
See, yeah, but then even taking that a step further, Casey. So people ransacking the banks. It's gonna snowball, and then they say, okay, well, you know what? Why are we messing with the banks? Let's just go to like Huckleberry. Let's go to Walmart's. We'll take what we need.
Yeah, they're going to take whatever I got to get. I mean, we see that now We see that now, and this is still completely cush compared to what's coming. We see that now, and they're like, "Oh, you can't mess with them." We see them. You see those videos all the time. They're going in all these stores, and they're like, "You can't touch them. Can't touch them." They're filling up carts as long as it's under what? How much 1,000 or something like that? How many?
Yeah.
They're like, "Let them go." When it's go time like that, people aren't going to care, and
This is
that's
how.
why we don't want to be in the mix. When we start getting those things that, hey, I think it's about to go, way before the masses realize what's going down, you better be in wherever
Seriously.
your location is.
I think this is how we get to WROL, and even building on
Yeah.
that. So once they can't get the money out the banks, because the banks are probably burning and ransacked or whatever the case may be,
Right.
then they're gonna go to Walmart's and they're gonna get the food. They're gonna go to the gas stations to get as much. And then after that, you know what's gonna happen? This is what we talk about, y'all. WROL. You talk about the ML. This is how it happens. They're gonna be those people who aren't even gonna waste their time going to the Walmarts. Man, it must have been like 2 years ago. We said, I think Prepper Nation did something where he was like, they're gonna start following you home from the grocery stores.
Now I am big about, like, look, and I don't say it's paranoid, but because I've always let you see this, right? If I see, I live way out, but if this is all for you and Huckleberry, if and so I'm like, man, this person been following me since town, and I live way out here. I will not turn in. I'm like, man, I gotta watch out. You gotta be careful. But when it comes down to stuff like that, that's why I'm also like, when you're in town and you're like, say you're doing a big prep day, or you're buying even bigger items that can be considered big survival prep things, man, you watch your back in that. Always head on a swivel, but in that parking lot, you better watch your six or have somebody else.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to get us to WROL. That's going to be the catalyst, the trigger that takes things from just trying to get what you need, ransacking pharmacies, ransacking grocery stores, ransacking banks, to people kitting up and having to defend themselves from just-in-time systems. So once those things are depleted, overnight everything changes. There is nothing else to ransack. The grocery
Then
stores
they're
have
going to go after everybody's homes. They're going to go after personal.
Exactly. And that's your ML right there. That's how it happens. Cyber attack.
And you bet. And see, that's another thing about Hudson said way earlier. He's out of here, but he was talking about self-care. And there are things, I know, Josh, you and I talk about this all the time. Like, where's Pop B? I'm like, I'm not joining a big bag with all these people and all this nonsense. I get it, but then you do have to have like, hey, you talk about, you have a neighbor, and like everybody's getting walkie-talkie, so you can, hey, somebody coming in, you're at the front, you're at the back, or you cannot stay awake 24/7. But when it gets to that point and people are coming because everything's closed and the house, everything's out of control, they're going to come. You have to be on alert. You have to have somebody go work in shifts. I mean, they do that in the military, and we do that. Sandy, yes, a lot of people, we talk about this. If something happens, do we still have to pay electricity, water, your bills? How do you pay those bills? I don't know. I think if you're in complete WROL, how are they going to, I don't know how they'll enforce that.
Check this out.
If things are crashed.
Check this out. And I appreciate that comment. This is 2024, y'all. They've told us where they're going and what they want to do. I did a video talking about it. I just pulled up all like the minor cyber attacks that we were fighting in the country.
Right.
And they've been hitting water filtration plants like crazy.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So the minute I see like things starting to pop off, the internet's just down for 2 days. My thing is regional. When I see a regional event, that's when I stop trusting the water coming through the faucets. If the internet goes down, this is what we talk about as preppers. This is 2024. This is the preparedness. This is water collection, water purification, water storage. When I see the internet's going down, just for me, I'm not trusting the water. I might trust it for a couple hours to fill up some tubs, fill up some last minute things, but you give me 2 or 3 days without the internet, and I'm not trusting the water coming out my faucets. It's bottled water and whatever I'm collecting and have stored, because I know that the cyber attack.
But if I was on city water, no. And a long time ago, PIA, that's Appalachian PIA, and that's what we were talking about. I said, if they're going to get people in the masses, they're going to do it through the city water. I mean, we know about the stuff in the air and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But people are going to have to, even if they're like in the house and they're taped up and they're doing as much as they can to conceal that outside, it's never foolproof, that you completely do it. But if that water's still coming out the tap and they have city water,
Yeah.
we're on well water, thank God. But
That's awesome.
people are still going to have water to survive and do different things.
Yeah.
That they would go through the water. And we've been seeing hints of that. And they always do these little test runs. They always do these little, and then they build up from there. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion.
Do we have ways to test water? I got my hydroponics. I try to cover all my bases as far as prepping.
Right.
I got indoor grow lights that run off my solar. I got hydroponic setups. I got nitrogen, potassium. I got but I don't have a way to test the water to really see if it's safe. With the cyber
a lot
attack,
of things that are water purifications and like bowling. Like if you're somewhere, and we've been on this before, we lived. You're on a bowl water advisory on city water or the water purifications. It's going to be things like there was a contamination leakage, like bacteria. You got to worry about different things like that, or if certain chemical levels are too high. But they're not going to use the type of like this is too high in fluoride, forever chemical, chlorine, whatever. It's going to be something that's like I don't think there's going to be testing for. Like every normal day testing that we already have. Probably, I would think if they went with water, it's going to be like that's how they would do a bio.
Yeah. Yes.
That's where it's going to be.
You know what my thinking is? They don't have to disrupt it. They don't have to disrupt it. They don't have to do a whole lot of things. The only thing this is just my mind, how it works. The only thing they have to do is go into the system, the cyber tech, go into the system and just affect the safety mechanisms. The ones that say, okay, the outgoing water is good. The outgoing water is bad. Sound the alarm, shut it down, stop it.
And everything is going digital.
In it. As long as the output is saying it's good, it's flowing.
Yeah.
So you can still have a week or two where you're getting absolutely contaminated water. People just coming up sick for no reason and nobody really knows what's going on. Preparedness mindset. That's why I said it's something regional happens. The internet's down for a while. Off top, this house, we're going to go to the water that's been stored, the water we collect. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at for 2024.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm looking at all y'all's good information. I appreciate y'all in chat. I appreciate y'all helping each other. I always have the best chat. I truly have the best chat. I appreciate it. I see you guys, and I see a lot of people coming in here. I'm not ignoring you. I do see you for all the information and advice and pointers and everything and sharing stuff. I appreciate you. Different comms, radios, GMRS. Yes, we have those. Camera. Yeah, comms will always be a thing. Even comms for me is not particularly so much as absolute communication, but as listening. If you have a few steps ahead and listening to what's going on, and you can just kind of hear the chatter, you are so much better off if you have a heads up. It could be minutes, makes a huge difference.
Our world, and I always say this, a lot of the videos and content is not for us. We've heard this. We know this. It's for the people that don't. Comms, hey, y'all, I don't think any of us, even me, I don't think I can wrap my head around how crazy it's going to feel to not know what's going on outside of your neighborhood. We're so connected. The world shrink. Your world is going to shrink to about a 3 to 5 mile radius, and that might even be too much. So if you have,
and that is having certain good, that doesn't mean that hey they're the fam or anything, but it's like maybe like-minded. Hey, your head's up, my eyes up this way. I'm yours over here. They're over there. You're going to have to work together like that. But vet your people. Don't get yourself in a situation and somebody find out what you've got and you put a target on yourself. Yes, there's always that risk.
Yeah.
But
and there's levels to that too. See, this is what I'm saying. Look, fam, when I say don't be a part of the noise, bird's eye view. You want to always be trying to look down and evaluate. So even just that. So in my neighborhood, comms, there's probably going to be 5 to 6 houses that probably right now are kind of sort of in the same mindset. They may have a scanner or something. But when it goes down, I can promise you, every neighbor, when it goes down, like really good, they're gonna be out of that. Hey, hey, did you hear anything about what's
You
going
hear
on? Is
that?
your
You
cell
see this?
phone
You see
working?
these people? Something looks
Yeah,
shady. Yeah.
and if my bio things are able to reach out, which they do a pretty good job, emergency frequencies and stuff. And do you start telling people? Oh yeah, no, it's all going down. It's a mess. From you know, do you run in the house and grab it and say, look, this is what's going on? Do you do
Right.
that? No. These are decisions as preppers that we're gonna have to make, and it's good we can talk about it now because when it's going down,
You don't want that shock of it of trying. We're gonna have to think on our feet and give yourself grace because we're gonna make mistakes and shift. We make
override.
mistakes when things are calm.
Yeah,
But you do run through these scenarios, so it's not such a deer in headlights shock when things happen.
exactly.
You
Seriously.
know, the
Well,
bottle Casey Smalls, the bottled water. Yeah, when it starts coming down to different things, I mean, who knows that type of stuff isn't going on because a lot
yeah.
of things they put in tap water, most of those things come from tap water. So you can say purified or whatever these things, but
Mhm.
there's a bunch of stuff. If you look at that on YouTube and different things and Rumble, there are things about that already.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm doing it all. I'm doing it
do all
all.
the things. Yeah,
Boiling, chlorine tabs, the life straws. I'm doing it all. I got 2 water purification with the ceramic filters where it's the drip system. I'm doing it all.
yeah. How many of y'all have? If you feel like answering, if you don't want to answer, like you don't like, hey, I don't want to put a target. I don't want maybe people up here know.
Yeah.
Um, is for reverse osmosis. Anybody have that? Because
Yeah.
Huck is all about reverse osmosis, which you have to. It does strip everything, though you have to make sure you get your minerals back in.
Minerals. Yeah.
Because it'll strip all the minerals out of you because there's nothing in it. It'll
Hmm.
deplete you so much. But does anybody have that going on?
So I saw some video. I'm looking to see who's got it, but I saw some YouTube videos where you can actually make a simplified setup, sort of. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like a cool side and a hot side with all the windy things, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good, Silverback. That's what we do these things for. Sometimes we get because we can get in those mundane things. We've been doing it and going so long. Sometimes you're like, okay, already, just pop off already. It's been doing. I understand that motivation.
yeah. That's the fine line right now. That's 2024. They've told us what's coming, y'all. The fine line is being prepared to be able to like to really do what you need to do versus get swept up with the zombies, the unprepared, the people that's gonna
Yeah,
the confusion,
whatever
the
you want to
noise.
call them. Yeah,
Seriously, yeah.
absolutely.
Because once we deal with the cyber attacks and the threats and the things that come from that, you, you're still gonna have to deal with the people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the other day when we were talking and we were talking about doing this thing, and hear me out when I go through this. We were talking about limiting 2024 about I do it as the discernment,
Hmm.
limiting people, places, interactions, because people who are not awake and not been doing any of this for so long there are more people who are starting to see something's going on. I'm getting, uneasy feelings. I think they're going to start noticing and be like, oh yeah, that guy down the street that's was trying to talk to me about something or bring something up, or I see him doing all these things. There's
Yeah.
that target. And we talked about going into 2024 about limiting people that have access to it, places, and our interactions with stuff. And I know how that can sound, and you're gonna have to pray for discernment because it's not gonna be across the board about that. And we may come to that.
Yeah. Hey, Pastor, me too. I didn't go out last night. I did some karaoke though, but I didn't go out last night.
Man, he did. He went out for all of us last night. Okay.
Casey, you know what the sad part is?
What's that?
That we're gonna be doing this probably weekly. We gotta have some fun in 2024.
You
I
got
told
you
you.
got to. You got to break it up because you cannot let this. I mean, we say this all the time. As serious as this stuff is, and it can be, your life depends on this. You cannot let this consume you. We were not put here. I mean, we still have to have our peace and our joy
Yeah.
and all of that type of stuff, and we still have to live while we're still here. Or what's the point of even trying to survive? I mean, truly.
Yeah. What is it?
I
1999.
agree.
Feels like it. Just
Yeah.
that's my game plan moving forward. I'll probably be doing some late night hangout lives, just kind of just whatever you guys got going on.
Right.
I'm not looking for people to really show up, but if you just want to come and hang out, then come and hang out. We'll chop it
Come
up.
hang out. Let's just hang out.
Yeah.
That's why is TT1 still in here? He better be. I'm just joking. I mean, that's like Saturday shift when he does that. We just kind of like just slam the door to the nonsense, and we're gonna come in here, and we're gonna laugh at stupid stuff, and we're gonna joke around, and we bring up some things he does in there, things that are going on, current events, and things that are going on, but you still have to be able to detach and not let it consume you, because it will wear you down so much that you'll just it will completely deplete and exhaust you.
Yeah, it will. It will.
Look, Yardbirds, I know. He got the whole setup. Did you see it? Like he
I
got
don't have no setup.
I was like,
There's
they still
no
do
setup.
karaoke? And they were like, yeah, they do it at Josh's house. Yeah, Virginia Bushcrafter. There's that line. I don't mean this in a hateful way. I still pray for people. I pray for people to wake up and soften hearts and eyes open and all that type of stuff. Blinders removed. I do that. But as far as like trying to go and wake people up anymore, and I can only speak for myself. I'm past that.
Yeah.
I'm past that, because if you can't see at this point, I always feel like it's a choice. If you're still wearing the blinders, it's a choice by now. And it's getting to the point now where, and it has been since, in last year too, where I'm like, I'm putting more of a target on myself, and I'm wasting my breath, and I don't have time for that,
Great man. He was hitting those high notes like a pro. Hey, it was Bon Jovi. I'm a cowboy. Wanted dead or alive. You went to sleep, man. Oh yeah. We were rocking out with that.
We felt, I think, like 10:30 or 11. I don't remember when we got up. Warlord
Hey,
TV.
that is one song I feel it.
Which one were you at? I hope is PT lurking in here?
Copyright stuff.
I hope he puts it up. I hope he puts the stuff back up. All of that. Well, I think y'all may have to. Maybe.
And he got up too. He got up and started doing his thing too. I was shocked. I was like, "What?"
Y'all were hanging out. That was good though, because everybody needed that. I don't know if he's going to put it back up, but he may not be able to, because I don't know what the copyright with music is.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was great. So Warlord, on this, but that's why they've been dumbing down people for so long and taking out common sense and basic basic life skills. They've been taking that. I mean, I am floored by, I don't even know what the word is. I mean, gosh, it sounds so harsh, but like zero common sense, stupidity in people. I'm just like, I don't know how you found your way out the house. Like, you have nothing. That is concerning to me. But I do think those are the ones that are going to be begging, like, come, where's the bus? Are they taking me to the 15-minute city? That's my opinion.
Seriously. Oh, look, the lines are going to be so long for the food trucks, for the trains, the lines. All they have to do is be like, look, we got Wi-Fi. And man, people going to line up.
Yeah, we got Wi-Fi. You don't have to pay for this. Yeah. Oh, you walking distance. Here's all these little cafe restaurants and stuff. Yeah. These little hotspot areas. Oh, you can just go right over here. Everything's within walking distance. Yeah. Everything's paid for. You don't have to. People are, but that's just, they create that, and then one day they're going to slam the gate shut, and you're going to be in there as a prisoner.
Look, just like not to say too much, but was it like 1944, somewhere around that time period? The trains, the buses. Yeah. Food, medicine, maybe a little Wi-Fi. That's all it's good. That's all it will take.
It is exactly what it was. Hear me out. Then it's just in modern times. Our times are different than they were back then, but it's no different. They're just doing it differently. They're doing gas stuff, and I can't go into that one too much, but they're building up the same thing. They're just doing it. They're just doing. I mean, when the illness was going on so much, they were these, what would they call them? Wellness camps or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? But that's why they're trying to tear all those ones down from the 40s
Yeah.
Whenever they're trying to destroy them because there's so many people like that never happened.
Yeah.
And but it's just a repeat. It's just in
Pilgrim.
modern times.
Because KC, look,
Yes.
Pilgrim, once you get on that bus, and once you do, look, a prerequisite to get on the bus is probably going to be the MLTB. I'm just saying. And then once you get on that bus and they take you to the cities, you're going to have to do absolutely everything that they say, which is more than likely probably to deny any form of religious beliefs, to deny any form of political views, to deny any form of morality. You will be an absolute slave within your body. Your spirit will be a slave to what they want you to. The YouTube that they're gonna give you, the internet that they're gonna give you, is probably gonna be 1000% absolute propaganda with filth.
Yeah.
These
They've
15
been doing
minute
that.
cities. What's that?
They've been doing that. The nuclear family. They've been tearing
Seriously.
them apart. And then all of it, and of course they're like, it's just this absolute mental.
Oh, let's tap in the possibilities, because once a government or an entity has total and absolute control of a human being, you might go to the 15-minute cities you might make it in with your wife and a kid, and once you get off the bus, they may say, okay, well, this is the deal. So the husband is gonna go over here, the wife's gonna go over here, and the kid's gonna go over here for That's what we're looking at. And everybody's going to be stamped with the MLTV. The husband may go to some place where it is.
They did that back then. They separated them. They separated about the old, the children who could, and they're going to do that again. If you can work and they can use you in that manner, they're going to. If you are useless to them or what they call useless eaters and everything, you're just called. You can't benefit them. You're out.
Yeah. So these are things that are crossing my mind that I've never really even thought about. But seriously, when you have absolute control of a human being, and we already know that they don't want the wholesome morals, they don't want work hard, reap the rewards. They don't want what we've been taught coming up. They want something totally different. Procreation, they can do that in test tubes. They can do that in labs right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, they're showing that. Was it in Germany? It was this last year in Germany. They showed them. They showed them that they were doing that.
Really?
Those almost like, I don't know if AI is the term. It's like almost like an AI, a lab uterus type thing. They were doing all this type of stuff.
Man, so that won't even be needed for
and they'll create what they want, and it's not going to be the same bond and connection as family.
It's going to be
family. There's none of that's going to be. They're just going to use them for their benefit of what they need. They're just creating little robots, little soldiers, little workers, things like that's all they're doing.
And that's the scary part. I think we're about to tap in, or we're getting close to that tapping in type. That's the scary part, because we may be tiptoeing into the spiritual side of things. The most important, hey fam, if y'all don't do the spiritual, the most important thing on this planet, the most priceless, most important thing on this planet, y'all, is our spirit. Yeah. And some people may not believe it, but I feel like we contain a small portion, a piece of God, the Creator, within each and every one of us. You can call it the spirit, the soul, whatever it is. We've talked about how, like, these lower vibrational entities, the governments, they can't create. AI cannot create. AI can only replicate. It can imitate.
They cannot do that soul and that when you have the spirit, you can't. They cannot create that.
They can't. We're the creators, and so my thing is I feel like that's the part that they are trying to enslave so they can manipulate to create.
Right.
I can't even imagine what they're really trying to manipulate the human soul for, but that's what they're trying to encapsulate and enslave.
Well, the bottom line, you know how we talk on the spiritual side of things. We talk and they say, "Hey, Vision, I see you guys coming in here. Happy New Year." Hey, Simply Tony. Yeah, tell him, Vision. Tell him.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Is check on it. I love you guys, but I totally went squirrel.
Don't do it, Casey. Don't do it.
I know,
You're about
man.
to really hit it.
But we've talked about the whole spiritual thing.
Yeah.
And if you're not, you're not prepared for that, because some point, this was gonna say, we have talked before. If you're of faith, you understand. If you're not, I don't want to tell you. But
Yeah.
if it's not of God and it's of this world, Satan is of this world. That's that no gray area. We've talked about that. So the things that they're doing and trying to, how we say, let me see if I can say this. We talk about the recreation that they're talking about doing. That is not a godly process of how that goes. So it can't be blessed that way. And then even how I always say, like, when all these, they get up there and they start trying to play God, I mean, the wrath is going to slam down on stuff like that. And this time on everything that's going on, but even the things where they're doing the assisted dirt naps.
Okay.
What I'm saying? They do the assisted go away, sleep forever things.
I like the hands, but I don't know. I'm kind of there, but
the assisted S, they're doing it in different countries. Canada, there's different things, and it's like if you have,
yeah,
terminal, and then it's if you're mental, if you have all these, there's a list of ones they can have, and they say, well, you can just go ahead and end this. Oh, you're just too old. Let's just go ahead and do that. I mean, that's that playing God stuff. Same as they're recreating how they're doing and ending it. That is not the natural process how God made that. I mean,
seriously,
you can't play God and not end up answering in to that.
Casey, man, it's so evil. They are literally trying to enslave a portion of God to further whatever their agenda is. I don't know what it is, but
they're just driven by control and power.
Yeah.
And they just think this higher level of power, and anything that is, like we said, it was not of God, it was of Satan, and most of them, that doesn't mean they're people who are of Satan. That doesn't mean they're always out,
right?
The red with horns and all this other stuff. They're not, but they're driven by that because they want to destroy everything that is of God, that is good, that represents Him. That is their mission.
Everything that is good. Seriously, I tell people now more. I stay in the house. You've heard me say that quite a few times. I stay in the house, mentally, spiritually. I'm not hunkering down, scared, staying in the house, but I stay in the house because the fabric of our society is literally changing. The kids are so happy to say, "Oh, well, we're on demon time now." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
Things have changed so much, and so much is acceptable now, and it's commonplace. Man, Casey, me and you, growing up, a lot of these things, if we saw any of this or we heard half the things that we hear on a daily basis now through the internet, we'd be like, "Oh my God,
there ain't no way."
From radio stations, from basic television shows, curse words, profanity. We didn't never
hear that stuff on TV. The stuff that's on TV, let alone the commercials. You can't even. And I'm like, just a commercial on what I mean. I'm just like, oh my gosh, and we have kids, and I'm like, and we are big, and we've talked about this. I'm like, careful what you watch and listen to, because once it's in, it's in.
It's in.
You can't take it out, and they do that on purpose because it's just those little flashes, the little things that you've heard, the echoing and stuff. They know, and then so that's why they've put this in front of everyone's face all the time. And kids in this generation, I'm like, it's not indoctrination, but it's completely polluted. And there's a lot of people, they don't even realize, and that's why we talk about being so in tune, having that relationship with God, and listen to that discernment and praying, because most people don't know. Most people are not seeking out and being like, well, I'm just of evil. Now there are plenty.
Yeah.
But He comes in such a sneaky different ways. And we've talked about that too, about about the sneakiness that they use. And,
I like talking about this one. Not just PRN, right? When I was younger, when I was young, I don't know. We had the cable box. My grandmother had the cable box. It was a weird, like Cox cable box. You had the push buttons with 3 rows. You push the little dial. Yeah. And we always know. Look, me and my cousin, we would wait till like late night, like 1 o'clock in the morning when everybody was asleep. And if you turn the dial all the way down and went to like the last button, like 65,
the bad channels.
That was the bad channel. But then even that channel had squiggly lines in it because you had to pay for it.
Right.
So we would sit there and wait to just catch a half a second or something.
That's self.
But that was pure.
It's everywhere. And it
It's
clicks
free.
at all ages. I think there was I gotta be very careful. But what you were talking about, it was like a high percent. I heard this like a year or two ago. It was like a high percent of kids, like by the time they're age like 3 or 4, they've seen it.
Everything.
The damage they have proven, the damage that does to not just because they're young, people in general, what that does, and the gateway that opens. And they've done all that. They've done, and there's a lot of ways. My biggest thing is I'll lose communication with a lot of things. And when all this goes down, like I'll be like, I wonder how such and such is. I wonder how they're doing out there. I wonder, I talk to, we'll wonder that and pray for you guys, everyone that we live with. But there's a point I'm like, man, there's so much good that will come from if all this stuff collapses.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Because all this is going to be quiet, and you're gonna get more in tune where you need to be. Hopefully, most everybody in the masses.
I think for the youth, I think it's going to break them. I think initially, which is going to add to the initial craziness, the noise of shift, of the cyber attack, of the grid down. We all. But then I don't know. But then those who manage to survive and for the few months and stuff, I think maybe they will kind of come out of this muck that we're all in with this connectivity. Yeah. But it's gonna be hard for me because I'm gonna be wondering, like seriously, people in the chat, my sister, my dad, you, like, I'm not worried about you. I'm like, oh nah. Yeah, she's good. She's
in the woods somewhere doing her thing.
Yeah, but the other people, like, I may not see them again.
I may not ever hear anything again. I may not.
Yeah.
If they ever catch any of us, it will all be on the same on the same court thing. They'll be prosecuting us with all our stuff. All these years of
like, I don't know any of these people. I'm sorry.
He's gonna throw me out like that, and I'd be like, I know him. I'm standing right with him. He'd be like, I don't know her. I'm like, wow.
Who? Casey Little? No, never. Sorry.
No.
I got you back. Yeah.
It will, that adjustment, it will. A lot of that filtering stuff will come out. There's something about, like, when I'll just use a smoking or a habit that you have. It takes like so long to make something a habit, and it takes so long for your body to undo something where it is a habit. Because they say everything with like these phones and internet and games and TikTok, all that type of stuff, it triggers the same part of the brain as drugs. And people become physically addicted to that. And I think that people are they're gonna come unglued. Yeah.
Withdrawal. Connectivity. I said it early in this live. I don't even think that I understand what it's going to feel like to totally just be disconnected from everything. Everything.
Yeah, and I do think that's going to be hard because we're going to worry, and especially if you have people you really care about.
Yeah.
And different things, and you're like, they're not even like drivable distance. If I had enough like gas tanks to go to somebody and find out, you're not. That it will be hard because that unknowing and waiting and being like that may be it. That is going to be hard. And like I said, we're going to be tested mentally and emotionally, more than even physically for a while, because those things are going to be. I'm missing something in chat, but I do go back and read my chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they will be able to do their connections exactly. Oh, we have internet and communication in here. Come beyond these gates, you'll be fine. We'll take care of you. And there's a lot of people going to jump to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just to see their Instagram one last time. Just to check on their Facebook. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, they got me. While you're denying me, and you make sure who you start denying. Just saying, Josh. I've had you for 2 years now.
Hey man, I appreciate all y'all. I'm so glad.
I do appreciate you guys. If y'all got anything else, throw it down there. We've been going for almost an hour and a half, and Josh tired. He probably going back to bed. I hope you go and hydrate or something.
I'm all right.
But do do take into 2024. And I'm big on a big thing is also we better be seeking God's will for us for this year, for real. Guidance and will for us, and be okay with that. Because what His will for us, it probably a lot of times isn't always our plan, but it's gonna be right. And evaluate your stuff. Kid up, yeah, vision is a lot of times this is a good always several times a year. I talk about going through your preps, organizing, go through your stuff, mentally prepare yourself, spiritually prepare yourself, have that discernment. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
what I'm doing. Going through the battle belt.
The karaoke. Hey, he may do karaoke kitted up next time. He may be
I'm not incriminating myself.
Guard your minds, absolutely, Loretta. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, Josh.
Absolutely.
You're dragging today. I appreciate
all of
you. And happy New Year's to all of you. I appreciate you guys. Praying for you. Keep doing the things, Anna. We'll see you guys next time.
Vision.